Okie dokie, so there was some nerfs and some buffs. I'll quickly go over them. Regular Blow was nerfed, it no longer has crit at the start. Dragon Cool was nerfed, it no longer has free triggers, it has 2. So instead of triggering your bows 3 times, it triggers them 2 times. But it activates slightly faster, instead of being over 5.5, it's now a 4.8. Other nerfs was Moon Knife. Moon Knife was nerfed, it now swings slightly slower, and when you combine it, it gives you 20 experience instead of 32. It just reduces the efficiency of the item a bit. It's still very efficient and still a good item in comparison to before. And then the other changes was Executioner now is a 15% execute when the enemy's health is below 15%. This isn't a on trigger effect, this is just a forever present effect when it's on your board. So this doesn't have to activate for the execution to happen. You can have it activate with like anything, including like burns, etc. Very good change for the item itself. I think it's going to be nerfed because it's a little bit high being 15% at base, but we'll see. What else really can I mention? A lot of the other changes have to do with events, so I'll talk about them as I get there. The biggest event change being Lyra. Lyra no longer freezes the entire enemy board with absolute 0. Instead, it was changed to like this. Do this. Oh, but we can also do this. Lyra was changed, so there's no longer an absolute 0, which was a freeze the entire enemy board for 2 seconds at the start of combat. It was very strong, very egregious, very overpowered. It would like being able to just have 2 seconds over your opponent to do whatever you want at the start is more like that, more than double. Like even if it was just a half a second or a 1 second freeze, that's still more than enough time for you to win every round. Okay, we got this going on. So it's good that got nerfed. It was very overpowered. I mentioned it the moment that perk was made that it would have to be destroyed. It now has been replaced with Deep Freeze, which allows you to deep freeze an item in the shop when it, like, you right-click your freeze and drag it over the item and it'll freeze it. You go do a combat on a round, you'll come back, the item will still be there frozen, the rest of the shop will have rerolled, but that item will now consider itself as being like Potion of Appearance, so it will appear more frequently through the run for you. It's a very cool change. I like that change a lot, actually. I think it's very good. We do have Flash Sale, we should look to level, so do this, level. I'm attempting to sell out of the Codex just to pair this off for the Epic. The Mythic Rod, it looks like we're doing Rod action instead. I apologize, this is not a moon day after all. Pick up Brass Knife for 18 gold, it will generate 15 a round. One of the other changes is you can ×2 speed, finish your run, start the next run, and then instead of having to toggle it on again yourself, it'll just already be toggled on. It's always toggled now as long as you've toggled it once. Excellent. Much like any patch though, it takes a while for the old ghosts to be filtered out of the pool with new builds, so we will still see things like this regular bow, for example, that still has crit from before the patch. You just have to bear that in mind and give it some time for new builds to repopulate. It might be worth just to like take a minute, you know, don't play straight after a patch, give it a little while, and then come back and play once people have had some chances to flush the pool out for you. That's kind of why I'm on this account right now instead of my main account, because there is no hope in hell that we're beating some of the ghosts that we got in that pool with the nerfed items, so just keep leveling, buy another knife, I guess. In case new players stumble onto this video, I'll explain this because I've been in a few streams where people have been new, which amazing to see so many new faces come into this game. But they get so confused about the unique item descriptions. So the way that this worded says if you only have unique item types, permanently gain +5 damage. But then they would look here and be like, but you have 2 daggers, how is this considered a unique? Like, you know? Item types do not refer into the archetype that's underneath it, so it does not refer to dagger, etc. It refers to the tags like Elven, for example. These colored name tags that you see. You cannot... So if I put this Mythic Rod on this board, for example, it wouldn't work because they have multiple Elven items. I hope that makes more sense. And the same thing goes with like crystal, etc. It's like it wouldn't work if I had multiple crystals. It wouldn't work if I had multiple frost, etc. You can have multiple daggers, you can have multiple relics, you can have multiple amulets. Steel, sharpness oil, put that on this. Like, we're scaling the crit without actually having our spyglass right now, which is really big, because usually that's one of the important things for Mythic Rod, is giving it spyglass and then giving it cooldown reduction. 2 days, and then we have big reroll value, so I don't really want to spend too much money right now. I'd much rather generate and just, like, level, increase our income. Like, we're already doing a lot of damage, so... Yeah, one big tip I can... So, to anyone that's, like, only managed to climb from regular bows, and now that they're sitting here in this meta, and they're just kind of like, I'm struggling, I'm just losing every game. One big tip, don't try and force things. Respect your level. Like, cool, you got a 2-star Elven Shield over here, but you're just getting blown up by someone who's actually just, like, leveling. Like, respect it. Just play with what the shop's giving you. Okay, so one more day, and everything will be on sale, so I don't really want to spend too much in this shop. We're just gonna double level, because we're generating gold with brass knives here. This Mythic Rod's kind of going crazy. Like, we'll probably lose out to this board, because they're gonna... Actually, they're kind of scaling it slowly. Because they moved this over here like this. Okay, we're fine. I thought this would be much bigger. Okay, cool. We'll take Vitality. Okay, everything's on sale, so we'll look for making a stronger build now. Midas Diary with the brass knife is kind of nice, but I have a feeling things aren't going to be living very long. Do I care about this? I think I care about this more right now for just making money. Like that. $13, $17, we wouldn't have enough. $15, $30. I could sell this one. Just do that. And then do this. Yeah. This is probably gonna just win the game now, so... Pre-nerfed regular bow, there's a chance this guy kills us, actually. Because this is slow, like, we haven't managed to speed this up. Like, we need a, like, dream catcher or something. Oh, but I guess we can just also upgrade it. This level. See, this is the Executioner effect. This will likely get nerfed. Like, luckily this guy's weak, but for example, these don't have to trigger. This bow in itself could drop me below 15%, and then I'll just instantly die. It's a little egregious. I think it should be 10%, just because it's like, 10% is not as much. I like the idea of it being an item where it's like, if a fight's super close, it's the deciding factor. But I don't like it where it's like, it's a solid chunk of my health, you know? Like, I shouldn't be punished because someone else picked up Executioner. And I've been leveling, you know? It's like, the whole point of leveling is to get this EHP and to get income to make your shop better, but yet they have Executioner, can like neglect levels and cut off that health, you know? So they're kind of rewarded for not being efficient, which I don't really like. We're on our last day. We could try to force Dreamcatcher on Mythic Rod, but honestly, we don't need to. Think I'm just gonna look for Nature's Call, which we're just not finding. Maybe we'll just lucky roll, I guess. If you right-click the reroll, it'll spend all your gold to try and get a lucky roll. It will stop spending once it finds a lucky roll, if it's before you run out of gold. I explained that poorly. Basically, right-clicking the reroll will keep rolling your gold down to try and find a lucky roll. Once it hits a lucky roll, it will stop. But it will keep going until you're out of gold if it never finds one. Okay, cool. Mythic Rod doing Mythic Rod things. Nice. I'm only getting 80? Really? I guess. It's fine. Is Mewtwo playing? Nope. Yeah, I'm basically waiting to see if Michu overtakes me on rank 1. If he overtakes me on rank 1, that kind of gives me a sign that he's put some ghosts in the pool, if you know what I mean. Which then makes it easier for me to go and, like, climb again. Because, right now, the GM pool is, like, a lot of really strong ghosts from me and Michu. So, if we go and lose to it, we're just losing rating for, like, no reason then. Meanwhile, these guys can come in and try and beat them. If they manage to beat them, then they're scarier ghosts. If they don't manage to beat those ghosts, they're losing rating but putting in weaker ghosts, and then we can go and, like, you know, fight against it again. Oh, I have Dark disabled. I want to have it enabled. You know what? We'll just play with all packs. Tempo, chilled, roll. Through today. Probably lose out to this. Yeah, we definitely lose out to this, but I want to get my brew today charges. Okay, we can concede. We got our brew today. Enter shop. We got all these potions. Oh look, a moon knife. I want a level, so I'm gonna sell on level. Plus 1 gold, you know. Cool. Seed. Cool, now we can level combine. We got our epic chest. Find a fire mace. Fire mace is incredible value. So I had to explain this to Mum as well, because Mum is a sounds really weird out of context when I say it like that, huh? Mum 420. You'll see him on ladder occasionally. He's one of the people that were doing the whole spamming fire, spamming regular bow to climb. Like, he likes forcing strategies, which again, completely fine if you like forcing strategies. I just don't like seeing bow every single run like against me. But if you're someone that has, like, who likes the idea of having a consistent forcible strategy, that's cool. I just don't like absolutely everyone doing it against me. But he's one of the people that does that. But he's been, like, experimenting with being more open to trying new things, sort of thing. And he was, like, asking me if I ever pick up fire mace, because it looks bad on paper, right? You, like, look at it, it's like, it's 8 fire, it's 8 burn for an epic that costs 40, but you have to consider the fact it swings every 2.5 to apply 8, and you compare that to, like, comparable items. Like, you compare that to the bow, for example, which is 3 fire with multicast every, like, 3.8. This is applying it faster and has more burn. It's really good tempo for a 40 cost epic item. Like, look at the burn stacking just from this alone. Like, it's our only damage, and it beats out an entire board. Whilst having Divine Axe cleansing some of it, you know? Like, it's really good. It's not as strong as Venom Strike, but it is still a very good item. It had to get nerfed because it was much stronger before. We're gonna take the goblet here just to scale some money. So free rerolls, reduce its cooldown. Yeah, it had to get nerfed because, like, it's always swung at this speed, but before it used to apply 10 fire. And it was very, very strong. Do I just... Actually, yeah, I always pick up Stormguard here. I gave this a shock potion. Stormguard, I believe, also got nerfed. It just activates it a little bit slower, which, honestly, I still think it needs more of a nerf. But, it does make it slightly worse. It used to be 2.3, it's now 2.5. It still gets 45 shield. It's still better than Sturdy Shield over here. For the price, if you think about it, like, this was 45 because you combine 3 of them for 45 basically, and this is a 2.8 giving 30. This is a 2.5 giving 45. But on trigger, this is also increases shock damage. I still think you should put this back to 2.3, but have it every second trigger increases shock damage. Make it like the mace, apart from the fact that it's like the defensive option. Hey, look, it's unnerfed. Let's level. This is very nice. We can sell out of this and afford it, so let's do this. I did see the Skybolt there, but I don't really like Skybolt unless I'm deep into shock, you know? If I'm deep into the shock and, like, I already have a Tempest here, I will pick it up and then, like, baby slot it. But if this is my only shock right now, it's like, it's not enough damage for it to be considerable. We will go with... So a lot of people are saying, like, it's always scaling XP, it's always scaling XP. Like, technically, yeah, if you're going into Endless, but start thinking about these things, about how much gold they save you. If that makes any sense to people watching. So, for example, this is giving you 40 experience. If you wanted to level up with 40 experience, it would be 40 gold. So if I press this now, it's saving me 40 gold right now. Gets me closer to level 7, which would cap out my legendary chances. You know? And, it just helps you maintain board. In the long term, scaling XP is the right choice, but, your shop percentages stops at level 7. So scaling past level 7 really doesn't do all that much for you. Dragon's Claw, there's a Molten Bow. We don't really have a Fire Roll to scale in. It's a bit too late for that. We can just sell the most expensive item here. We could also do that. Brew today. Hey, look at our health differences. I'm much weaker, technically, item-wise than this. But, health differences because we've been respecting and leveling up and just playing what shop offers us. Just cap out our lives with this. Look, it's unnerfed fire mace. Put book in. We have a free reroll. Skybolt again. Still don't think I pick it up. I really don't. Because it doesn't apply shock. Like, you have to get this to 2-star for it to apply shock, and then you need to give it a way to actually apply that shock. If we had Tempest, though, it would be much better, because it's like, it's when shock triggers. So you have something apply a bunch of shock, and then Tempest triggers that shock, and then this goes crazy. It's kind of like Shardfang in a way. This isn't a bad idea. Like, do this. Okay, we're unnerfed bows. Nope, these are nerfed bows. Okay, so we should be fine. You really cannot spam bows like you used to. Like, the crit made a lot of difference for those builds. But slowing the Protector, just in case we ran into a Molten build, is great. Okay, we're definitely upgrading this. This, I believe, when it gets... Yeah, start of combat add-on trigger. Actually, I didn't realize it's a start of combat thing as well. Oh, interesting. Level, there's the Tempest. So, sell out of the brew, put this in. Considering, like, we don't have much shock on board, right? Like, we're not killing that quick. This has scaled us quite a bit. So, now we're going to switch to buffing the Tempest. We just need a way to apply a lot of shock, though. Which we don't have, because we didn't find a Storm Pike. And this is only doing 2. Cool. I mean, I guess technically we could do this if we wanted to apply a lot of shock right now, but I still want to scale up. I think if we start losing rounds, we'll do this. If we get to the last round, we'll do this sort of thing. But for now, we're pretty strong. We're still winning. Cool. Addiction. Reach 20k. Storm Tag, I wish we could utilize these in some way. Trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's any storm items that I just avoid. Like, I usually avoid the mace because this is just better than the mace in every way. But, like, that's early game, you know? Unless Spill Carry if you see this, and you end up making the mace kind of like Flare, where it gives you items with Storm, like positive Storm, but it's like only bonus for the round. So they just apply it more. Then it gives like you give Storm Tag to something, and then like the mace is like, you know, giving it shock. I don't know. Like right now Storm Tag's kinda, I don't know if he has plans for it or not, but it's kinda pointless right now. Tempest? Cool. Alright, coming into the last round, I'm just gonna do this. There's the Storm Pike, it's a bit late though. I guess I'll just throw it in now, it's still gonna apply more than that will eventually. Yeah. Unless you change, like, Staff of Zeus. No, because then that would nerf Storm, and Storm's not in a place where it's, like, actually, like, OP. Like, unfortunately, Staff of Zeus is kind of required in both Storm and Burn currently to be functional. Because that's scary to see. I mean, that's Crystal. Yeah, Storm's, like, Staff of Zeus, like, the pace of the game is so fast right now that you kind of are required to have, you're kind of required to have Staff of Zeus for Shock to even do anything. And you're kind of required to have Staff of Zeus for Burn to do anything in these later rounds. Otherwise, it's just too slow. Also, we just one-shot, so I'm kind of curious how much damage we just did there. Like, where's the first activation? Oh, okay. We did around 13k. Okay, that's why he got one-shot. Anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I would sit out and, like, do this entire, like, play this entire thing out, but it's kind of pointless. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not really going to be pushing this account to climb. I kind of want to keep it in this, like, Diamond Master area, just so I can have fun with these random builds. Like, this is kind of like the sweet spot for me when it comes to just playing random builds and having fun with the game. Meanwhile, this is like, you have to play Watch Strong, or you just die, because people are forcing things. Yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll make more videos and stuff, I promise. Peace.